All right, I want to share my personal experience with some fad diets and give you the good, the bad, the ugly. And spoiler alert, there's really not much good with fad diets. I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy who's trying to not be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes. First up, I want to give a quick definition, or my personal definition, on what a fad diet is. It's one that, it's been going around the internet. Maybe it was on TikTok or, Facebook or, whatever. Back in the day, there's quite a bit of documentaries when Netflix was grabbing some steam in the late 2010s, early 2010s, late 2009-ish. It seemed like Netflix was having a lot of documentaries specifically around food. And there was some really popular fad diets that got a lot of steam. And really a fad diet is, I would say, it's a restrictive diet, kind of my definition is a restrictive diet that is really gaining popularity or is notable in pop culture. So, that's a rough definition. You could massage it a few different ways, but I do want to give some stories of some fad diets that I have tried and really give you my reason of why I even gave it a shot in the first place and if I had any success with it. So the first one up was a juice diet, which was all the rage, it seemed like, and again, probably 2009, 2010, and it promised, detoxification, weight loss, a boost in your energy, and the idea was you would just literally juice everything. As far as fruits and vegetables, I don't know if you can juice a meat or, something like that, but it was you would get this juicer, almost like an industrial juicer, and you'd put carrots in there and celery, and anyway, juicing became a really popular thing, and it especially became popular, like I said, because of a Netflix documentary, I think Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, which again, kind of a catchy title, sounds nice, and I was intrigued and I watched it and I thought, wow, this dude, he lost, I can't remember how much weight he lost, but it was a very appealing diet because it's I'm just gonna juice everything. Logically you think that, okay, when you juice it, it's you don't have to chew it, so maybe your body absorbs it better and it removes some of the extra calories from the pulp and stuff that maybe you don't really need. Let's just juice everything. So anyway, that was the idea behind it. My experience with the juice diet wasn't great. While the idea, again, around juicing fruits and vegetables does sound appealing, the reality is quite different. And again, like I said, I think most of it came from, the idea that it was so effortless, you just juice everything and this is going to be a solution to weight loss. And, some people had this idea about consuming a large quantity of fruits and vegetables in a convenient liquid form was going to get you where you wanted to go. And I think also there's some idea about it being whole foods, right? That you're taking, it's fruit and vegetable, which is supposed to be healthy for you. And not just healthy, but juicing is often marketed as this detox or cleansing method and promising to get rid of bodily toxins and again promote overall health. But reality, juiced vegetables taste terrible. Juiced fruits are better, but really they're filled with sugar, and it really is also a struggle to stick to a diet where you have to lug around this juicer or pre-juice things and then they get kind of foamy, frothy, kind of gross. If I pre-juice stuff and brought it with me to my job, it would be kind of nasty by the time I'd actually drink it. So it was a serious struggle to stick to this diet for more than just a few weeks, and I didn't really see any significant changes to weight loss. And personally, I hated it and wouldn't try it again. And I think this documentary kicked off this massive juicing trend that seems to have started in around 2010s-ish. But as preparing for this video, I found that there's actually more research that has shown that juicing actually removes important fiber from fruits and vegetables, resulting in actually a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, which can lead to energy crashes and cravings and making it more difficult to sustain any real diet over the long term. More specifically, I'm talking about a 2019 study in the Journal of Human Nutrition and Dietetics, which highlights again that juicing may lack essential nutrients and protein and potentially cause deficiencies and muscle loss, which again makes sense. If you're just trying to juice cleanse yourself for 40 days, you're going to really struggle to get protein in. I don't even know how you would get protein in if you're just eating, just doing the juice thing. And then obviously you're going to be deficient in really some key micronutrients. So essentially, summing it up, fad diets, real bad. Not good. Not a lot of redeeming qualities of fad diets, and specifically fad diets like this juice diet can have both short-term and long-term effects on your health. Now, while some people may experience initial weight loss, it's often not sustainable, and that rapid weight loss also leads to really rapid muscle loss, not rapid fat loss. It also can mess up your metabolism and decreasing your metabolic rate. And again, we talked about nutrient deficiencies from those studies. Yeah, you're gonna have some struggles if you're just juicing fruits and vegetables. So in the long run, these diets can really be harmful to our overall health and well-being. So through my experience, I learned with this that, a balanced and sustainable approach is really key when it comes to successful weight loss instead of just falling for fad diets. It's crucial to really focus on nourishing our bodies with whole nutrient-dense foods and adopting a healthy lifestyle of, these lifestyle habits. So more importantly, how do we get away from the fad diets and into a sustainable eating plan? Well, I've got a quick few actionable tips and strategies that you can look at. And again, I've talked about them before, just talking about really the number one thing is trying to focus on whole, unprocessed, nutrient-dense foods. So prioritizing proteins, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats. This sort of stuff is really going to be key when it comes to feeling better and losing weight, because it's a lot harder to overeat with these whole, unprocessed foods than you think. Like, again, the analogy of it's really hard to eat 5 baked potatoes, but you can easily eat a family-sized potato bag of potato chips, or at least I can easily kill a family-sized bag of potato chips. There is very slim chances that I could sit down and consume 5 baked potatoes in one sitting. And that's just the idea of, again, these companies that make these processed foods aren't evil. Like, again, I don't hate the company that makes Doritos. I love Doritos. They're tasty and delicious, but as far as for a nutritional, standpoint, they are not as good as, again, baked potatoes. And because they make these foods, engineer them to be in a way that actually are less satiating, which means they're less filling, because then you can eat more. And they're, again, engineered to be as easy and delightful to eat as possible. So in a basic strategy, getting away from those is going to be huge. And again, there's no real fad around eating whole foods. It's just, more good stuff is going to be better than eliminating something or changing the method or the vehicle that you consume it. The second tip I have is portion control and really trying to maintain a caloric deficit that's sustainable for you. That's, a big part of losing weight, rather, again, than changing up the vehicle or the method that you're eating the food. Just make sure that you're eating less calories and that you're trying to burn the energy that's already in your body before you consume more of it. And then the next tip I have is really, again, kind of more focusing on getting away from fad diets, but try to listen to your body's needs and make choices that align with your overall well-being. A fad diet, some of the diets that remove an entire macronutrient group, different diets, like, again, the juicing thing, lemon water and cayenne pepper cleanse, like some of these things you feel terrible while doing for good reason, and you should listen to your body and avoid these fad diets because they're not going to be great for you and you're going to be pretty disappointed with them. Next up, I want you to prioritize your health and seek professional guidance. And again, I don't know many doctors or diet coaches or really, nutritional coaches, personal trainers that are going to advise a fad diet. In fact, I don't think pretty much none of them ever have or will, because for good reason. Because again, your body needs all of these macronutrients and micronutrients to be at its optimal functioning self. And again, I think it's important to get, assistance from a certified nutritional coach or someone who can really give you a personalized plan that suits your needs and your goals without, again, trying some crazy fad diet. Because for me, it's all about making a long-term lifestyle change rather than relying on some temporary thing to drop a few pounds just to gain them back next week. So I'm trying to, like I said, make this video to share my personal experience with fad diets and, more importantly, share the lessons that they have taught me. And so fad diets usually make promises of quick results, but they often fall short in delivering on sustainable weight loss and really fall short when it comes to overall health. So let's prioritize our health and embrace a balanced approach and achieve our weight loss goals over the long run, not just try to drop a few pounds really quick.